Hello and welcome to Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You are here with your channel hosts, GBHL James
and GBHL Jamie.
Speak Friend and Question
101.
Although some people suggested that we've missed numbers at certain points and therefore we've actually got no idea where we are.
Yeah, I watched all of the pictures flashed up and I noticed about three.
Three that are missing.
Three that are missing, yeah.
Yeah.
So this might be number 98.
There's three that are missing, but there are also extra ones that
we've done
when we've doubled up and stuff. So we're just gonna say that this is like a clean slate and that we were right.
101.
It's our channel, you know what I mean.
Back to one.
Say what
Back
we
to
want.
one. Yeah.
So thank you everybody for commenting on number one. Who's the dislike from?
Yeah, who disliked that video?
We don't want you here. Get out. Where's the love?
It's not true. We want to convert him to be a like.
To be fair, it has as much of a contribution, doesn't it? You know, it's engaging with the video.
Dislikes and likes are the same on YouTube, but like us, 'cause it's better.
You can see here that we've got a bit of a different.
Change the positioning.
I know, it makes me look
Makes you look much taller.
big because I'm closer to the camera.
Yeah.
It is an illusion. It's not just because I've been training.
It's the Gandalf Frodo thing.
It is. It's clever.
Frodo.
This has got legs. Maybe we should make a sketch. Yeah, so we are coming up to Christmas, and we're very, very aware that. I mean, you've done a little bit of preparation, but we're very, very aware that some of the timings of the days that Christmas.
Yeah. So when we record, it's Thursday, and for those of you who are keen Christmasers, and those of you who aren't, might know that Thursday is Christmas Eve. So we won't be recording.
Ain't happening.
That's not happening. And it's also New Year's Eve.
Okay.
It's a week after, so
There might be a chance.
New Year's Eve is a possibility, I think, depending on what you're doing. So I know I'll be free during the day.
My life is all my normal life, not my business life, but my normal life is completely out of my hands. I've got absolutely no idea what's going on.
And that's it, I think. So.
I think we could maybe try and eat meat earlier that week and so we can get one of these out. We always try and get Speak Friend and Question out for you guys, and we've got a few questions this week, so we are going to crack on. As you can see, it is nice and Christmassy, and kind of makes up for the rather lame Christmas effort from the Planted team. Who were not well.
No, they are not. Well, I think that their intro and outro was fantastic.
It was great. I don't know how they managed to magically get us into that scene, because I had no memory of dressing up in an elf suit and dancing around.
I do. It was fantastic.
Was it good?
Yeah.
But what happened?
Very stretchy.
Was I very drunk?
Possibly.
It was on the slow gin. It's the right time of year anyway.
Yeah.
So we've got a bit of Christmas stuff going on. We wish the Plantier guys all the best in getting better.
Soon.
Yeah, get well soon. You looked awful. I'm sure it's a good. I'm sure it's a good episode.
You look awful in a nice way.
So question number one. I'll read the first two because we've got from what?
I think it's the first three from what?
Oh, look at that. He's triple loop. For anybody who doesn't know that, that's an old thing. As is a vest. I think it's the first time I filmed content in a vest for a long time.
Since Greenleaf Terrain, something there.
Is it because I got mocked and bullied?
Possibly.
That is quite possible. It's because I've literally just come from the gym and training because it's the Biotic Fit Christmas do tonight, so I had to do a little bit of work before I go out. So was put yes as his first one, and then he's actually put first comment on episode 100 of Speak Friend and Question. Well done you. Another thing crossed off my bucket list, thank you for all your great content, but more importantly your hard work, dedication and enthusiasm over the last 100 episodes. Keep up the fantastic work and look forward to the next 100 episodes.
My God, another 100. Jeez.
Yeah, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
We do enjoy doing it, don't we? Did you like the pictures?
Yeah, it was cool.
I'd just like to say thank you to Ryan Ratchford. He did manage to get all of them. And he did have a bit of problem with sending stuff, but he did put the effort in, and I think about 70 odd of those images were him going through and getting them together. And I think he even put an edit on one of them where I'm like drinking out of a mug that he gave the Plantier and puts a little arrow and said my mug. But thanks so much for doing that. You didn't have to do that, so much appreciated, buddy.
My hair and beard have changed a lot in 100 weeks.
It is fascinating. But it was a weird one for me watching it because it made the time scale of all of that obviously seem so condensed. Like, and it actually suddenly didn't feel like there was that much that we've actually done. No. Now obviously we have. That's like over 100 hours.
Yeah.
But when I was watching it, I was thinking, God, was it really like between that and that?
And that happened, yeah.
Really strange, really strange. So thank you very much. And I'll finish off Wiles one here. He's got, now for continuation of the loop, for I must keep going around and around and around. Those are the rules. Having hit the 100 episode mark for Speed Friend in Question, 4,000 subscribers, and a record attendance for Desolation of Stockport, what are some of the next milestones you'd like for 1. The GBHL YouTube channel, 2. Desolation of Stockport, and 3. Yourselves in the hobby? Thanks, and as always, take care. Should we start off with the YouTube channel?
YouTube channel, I guess it's just to keep growing it. I guess 5,000 is the next milestone. We'll just go by the thousands for now.
Yeah, keep on thinking of interesting different series. A lot of the ones that we've got.
That's the big one, isn't it? Just to keep doing different series so there's no repetitiveness.
Yeah.
And I think eventually it's, well, great news that we obviously I guess we're from Games Workshop, but we will need to start expanding into more and more little, not main systems to take over the Lord of the Rings aspect of the channel, but other systems just to pad it out a little bit.
Yeah, or even some board games and like that sort of tie in with the interest.
I've got a really good board game that we should play.
Jamie's always got really good board games.
It's called The King is Dead.
Ooh.
It's based on Anglo-Saxon Britain.
Mm-hmm.
You are the controller of a faction, well, you control a house, and you sort of invite nobles to your house from Anglo-Saxons, the Welsh and the Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
And as the game goes on, these 3 different factions will take over parts of Britain.
Okay.
And whoever takes over the most at the end of the game is the winning faction. But you win if you've got more of that faction's nobles in your court at the end. It's really cool.
Sounds really cool.
Sounds
Have you been watching The Last Kingdom?
Yes.
Yeah, I binge watched the 2 episodes together yesterday.
Nice.
There's a little bit of a break in the afternoon.
Can't wait for the final.
Got to be another series. Who's been watching that? Who's been watching The Last Kingdom?
Yeah, comment below what you think of Uhtred.
Yeah.
Uhtred of Bebbanburg.
I was like that when, because obviously I've not read the book early on, but when him and Leofwich, you know, when he stands up and says that he will fight him to the death, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool. That's cool, because I see what he was doing there. Uhtred didn't know, because he's young and he's
giving him a chance.
He's giving him a chance, but also if he'd have killed him, you know, gives him the chance to, because he feels
Die a warrior's death.
Die a warrior's death. It's very good. So yeah, for the GBHL YouTube channel, I mean we've had so many ideas over the last couple of years, and trying to do them all.
It's tough.
It has been tough, but we have done our best, and I think we'll just continue doing that. And if any of you guys have got ideas, remember to contribute. You know, this is a community thing,
Yeah,
so
definitely just send them in. Let us know.
Let us know what you want, and we'll do it. For Desolation of Stockport, well, April 23rd and 24th. I
think it is, yeah.
Yeah, and that's all confirmed now. What you're going to be seeing if you get yourself onto the Great British Hobbit League Facebook page is that a lot of confirmed tournament dates coming up, and there's some exciting new venues next year. Who have we got? We've got
Ripon as the season opener. Firestone Games properly getting in with the 100-point events now. I think last year they had 80 pointers.
And that's meant to be an incredible venue.
Firestone,
so guys,
it looks incredible. Yeah.
Let's get behind that. Let's all get to Cardiff. Cardiff's meant to be a fantastic night out as well.
I think that's the 9th of Feb. Don't quote me, or the 6th of Feb, around that weekend.
We've also got our very own Steve Crow from Top Table
Wargaming.
Top Table Wargaming. Great terrain making videos on there, which it's making me want to find time to make terrain.
Get some balsa wood and
I know.
high density foam.
I need more time. Support my Patreon. Help. But yeah, Steve Crow, he's doing the scouring of Cheshire.
Yep.
Who else are new venues?
Dan Entwistle and Sam Jeffrey are trying to do one at
Josh
Sanctuary.
Triffitt as well.
Yep.
And the Reading Association of Wargaming Reading.
Yep.
That sounds right.
Mid-Sussex continuing, Clients continuing, we're continuing, Preston is doing one, SBG are doing one.
Mm-hmm. I think the Desolation of Stockport.
Continuing. Yeah.
I think for Desolation of Stockport, I think getting over 80.
Yep.
That's a good one. Cause that's the thing. You just want to have signs that there is some form of growth.
Growth or continuation of.
Mm-hmm. And
or even if you don't get the same people back, getting new people. So even if there was start to be a decline, if it's different faces turning up, rather than faces dropping off.
That was one of the things that really sort of blew my mind with Redesolation of Stockport. Was that there were so many people who weren't there.
Yeah.
There were loads of people who couldn't make it. I mean, trust me, I was messaging everyone. I was like, come on, it's going to be amazing, and loads couldn't make it. So that's a great sign, because that means that not only do we grow our tournament, but that growth, a lot of it was from new people, which is outstanding. For yourselves in the hobby, where do you see yourself in this next milestone for yourself in the hobby?
I don't know, just I think happy enough where everything is at the moment, just continue onwards.
You're enjoying your Guild Ball and stuff, aren't you? And
yeah, Guild Ball, branching out into new systems, finding different ones, like Frostgrave's really fun to play.
Yeah, you got some games again with Steve.
Yeah.
Good game?
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Playing with the D20s feels a bit weird because you can't predict what you're going to roll.
No.
It's like, okay, 1 to 6, okay, so I've got a 50-50 chance of making this. On a D20 you're like, oh, sod it! Off we go, I'll roll a 1, oh no, I had no...
yeah.
So I couldn't even use any of my points to increase that because it's such a variance rather than 1 to 6.
Does it feel a little bit more random in that sense?
It does for now. I think as your characters progress and they get modifiers, you can start to then predict.
Yes. Yeah.
But at the moment it feels a bit weird.
I look forward to giving that a go myself. I think I'm the same as Jamie, to be honest. For myself in the hobby, I've got stuff downstairs that I've been meaning to do for the GBHL podcast, like systems and things, and of course now with the Hotgates gaming, that's an added incentive to try and get those communities to try and back, some series of those. So yeah, I think just getting that stuff downstairs painted up. I think Saga next. You're playing a bit of Saga now, and you've had your Viking. Jamie's. Who saw Jamie putting up the Rex Arena?
Arena Rex.
Arena Rex. That's the one. Who saw him putting that up on our Facebook page?
Yeah.
Unbelievable speed.
Speedy.
And I was saying to him before, great job as well. Look really cool miniatures. So yeah, I think that's probably where we both are with that. Thank you very much, Wah. So that's going to bring us on to Jeremy Smith.
Jeremy Smith. He says his favourite World War II films are The Great Escape, Casablanca, and The Green Berets.
I think The Great Escape is a fantastic call.
It's a good Christmas film.
So it is a brilliant.
It always comes on at Christmas.
It always comes on.
Film.
Ben-Hur.
Every time he's gonna. I always feel like he might make it this time.
Spark. You do, don't you? You do get that with him coming over.
He's gonna do it. No, he fell again.
What are you doing, Steve McQueen? What a legend he is. But just all of the actors in that is very. It's because it's true story as well.
Yeah.
It's like
the bit that always gets me is like the captain of it all and his. I can't remember. It's been so long. Like either his death or his blind mate, where they just get. Spoilers. Gunned down at the end. They just empty all the prisoners out.
Well, they get them out, and that's true. So what happened was they got caught and they got let out and everything to have a cigarette, and they're talking effectively about the next escape attempts and stuff like that, and then you see the machine gun tripod being put down. It's a very emotional moment, and that happened in real life. It actually says at the end to the 28 or to the however many it was that were executed, dedicated to them. Great choice, Jeremy Smith.
I'll go with the next one since that was a short one. Saruman the White says, congrats on the 100 episodes. It's me, that name that we couldn't pronounce, Iraj Nahik.
Oh yeah.
Nahik. He says it's from Skyrim. It's an Argonian name, so a lizard.
Oh, the lizards.
Yeah.
I never liked them anyway.
It's filthy.
Who chooses to be a lizard or a Khajiit in that game?
It's so point.
Why would you do that?
Like, no, I can understand Khajiit because they are super stealthy.
Okay.
So if you go for that sort of Padfoot style, it fits in. But Argonians are pointless. They breathe underwater for free.
Is that what it is?
I think they get like a daily ability where they can go invisible for a short amount of time to represent them blending in.
I've done 3 runs of I've done 4 runs of that game, and I think
you go Nord.
I've done Nord. You've got to
Nord
go Nord
first.
Nord first. You've got to play it the way that it wants you to play it. Nord. Then I went as a they don't call them orcs. They call them something else.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, the ones that are orcs basically.
The green orcs, yeah.
Yeah. But because that played quite similar to the Nords.
No, they're just berserkers styles, aren't they?
Exactly. So I think the next one I was more of a stealthy archer woman, assassin kind of thing, which is cool.
And he has Saruman the White has an absolutely deranged idea for a battle. 10 Isengard explosive charges, 20 hobbits with burning brands versus whatever.
Hobbits with burning brands?
Yeah, so for the scenario.
Oh right, okay.
So 20 hobbits with brands and 10 explosives, so they can just go bomb people basically. He says, I just love the idea of hobbits wheeling giant bombs around and exploding on the map. If you want it as an actual list, you could just have goblins instead of hobbits. For his question this week, what is your opinion on the engineer Urukai models? Do you prefer them over the normal Uruks? They are quite cool.
They are cool.
I've got them for my siege weapons. They are good. I probably do prefer them because they're different poses, but they don't come with shields, so you need to convert them up to use them as warriors.
Yeah, I do like the Urukai captain from that set. Just pointing.
Pointy one. Blow that up.
He's got the kind of what's the name of that helmet? That kind of style. You know what I mean?
Sideways. I don't know. Which models are you looking forward to the most being released, or who you want to be released from the books and movies?
For Lord of the Rings? For the Hobbit?
I assume so. Yes. Yeah.
What would I want to be released?
No, well, the Iron Hill Dwarves is the one thing that's the top of everybody's list that they want.
Yep.
Other than that, I really don't know. I'm just excited to see what comes out.
Yeah, I think I just want the whole thing to be complete, even if I don't get the stuff myself. Although I have to say, today is the first day that I've ever been tempted to buy some unreleased miniatures.
Oh, the less loved sword and.
Yeah, I don't like the names, obviously, for obvious reasons, but I think that the
White
last King Elf, the last High King, I think that is
last High King of the Elves.
And I just can't see myself doing a conversion, but want to use the profile.
Those four are fantastic.
Yeah, the Baragon mounted saves me doing the conversion, getting another Baragon.
Captain of the White Tower.
Yeah, Captain of the Castle White.
The Castle White, that's it.
You know, they were very good. If you would like to send me some free stuff,
feel free.
We've helped people in the past, haven't we?
We can review it.
We can review it. Get on it. Obviously, send at least 2.
Yes, we can both. His favourite World War II movie was Saving Private Ryan, and he's pretty sure. The trivia question. Can you remember what the question was?
My trivia question.
No, it was just one trivia question.
I can't remember what I asked.
It is Gilbin. He thinks.
Oh.
Who's Beloin fighting against?
Well done. Gilbin, huh? Well, I don't know whether we can award you the chance to buy a Freddo or not.
I don't think we can.
Is it right? Is it right?
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as we don't know.
If someone else says Gilbin, sure.
We don't do research on this.
Sure, if someone else says it, we're happy with that.
Saving Private Ryan was good.
It was good.
It was good. I mean, as a
war movie, not so much, but as a drama piece, it's good.
The opening sequence was groundbreaking.
Yes.
That was absolutely groundbreaking. Remember how controversial it was at the time?
The guy loses his arms, picking it up.
Just how real and gory it was caused a lot of controversy at the time. But I think it was a very important movie in that sense. It really brought home the reality of it not really being a glorified thing. So yeah, it's all right. Not historically superb. Who else but Haldir? I agree with you on the Hurl on that one. It makes more sense to me that the monster is just in a rampage and not really paying attention to where the random orc hit through went.
Yes, that was discussing throwing it at Euro and guys.
Yeah. What do you think would work better at a 300-point tournament? All hero, probably elves. Rohan, more infantry focused. Or high elves, maybe some knights. Anyways, congrats on episode 100. Here's to another 110.
Definitely all hero. The 300 points.
All hero, yeah. All infantry Rohan's not fantastic.
At any points level.
I
found this out the hard way.
Yeah, because they're just generic, aren't they? That's the thing. There's nothing outstanding. You can't get enough of them to. Yeah. Throwing spears make them a bit too expensive, so you can't really hoard them. But yeah. High elves. 300 point all knights. What's that? You could get 220. You could get 9 knights in the captain.
Yeah. 4.
9 in the captain.
Is 80. Yeah. 9 captain with shield or with shields. Yeah.
Yeah. 9 with the captain. That wouldn't be terrible.
Not terrible.
That'd be pretty good.
However, it's the worry that one nature's wrath from Randall or something and your army's gone.
Yeah. Cheers for that. Who else but Howdy? We've got a couple of short ones here. So Werner Kellen says congrats. And then Andreas the Norwegian Viking says, checking my dice, I use GBHL dice of course. So if you saw the battle reports yesterday, you can see that it's well worthwhile. I have a supporting Jamie on Patreon for the red GBHL
well, they're all sold out now. They're all done.
Unlucky!
It was for the first, it ended up being the first 12 patrons, or 13.
So that
For the first high-level subscribers got them. I am considering something for $20 now, like a new higher, but not as much as they got.
Makes sense. To anybody who was at Redos who ordered Redos dice, the dice company have been incredibly busy.
Is it Dice UK?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are absolutely mullered.
I emailed them about hashtag Bosch Dice, and they said, "Oh, we're very busy at the moment. Here's the pro forma invoice." I was like, "I'll pay that later in the year when you are less busy."
Yeah, exactly.
So hashtag Bosch Dice will come, but not yet. It's going to be a while because I can't be bothered having my order sat there and like a bunch of cash dumped there. Yeah.
That's what's happened to me. Luckily, people paid for them first, so it's just you guys waiting. But just to save you all from having to send me private messages every week or so, you don't need to do that really. Now, I will let you know. But if anybody doesn't want to wait, then just let me know and I'll refund you. Maybe.
Please don't.
Please don't. Okay, so Andreas has got a proper question here.
Andreas, he says, on the note of scenarios, these last few tournaments here in Norway, we get lists from the players a couple of weeks before the tournament and announce the scenarios after the players have sent in the lists.
That's a good shout.
It's an interesting way of doing it. I read this comment as it popped up on the notification. I was actually quite intrigued by that.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
That, especially when we're all looking to do something different as tournaments. That's,
Okay.
when you come to the desolation of Stockport this April, this groundbreaking idea that we thought
of. Know what the scenarios are until the week before. It's an interesting idea.
That's not a bad shout.
No.
That's something different.
Yeah.
Always looking, all the tournaments are always looking to do something a little bit different from each other constantly, so that it's interesting for people. So I like that.
I think a good way to do it, so that you could prove there was no bias in what scenarios you pick.
Or do a draw.
Yeah, do a draw.
Do a draw that goes up the night before, as long as they've got the list in, and then you've got to check them like I did. So you've got to get them in advance.
Yeah. So you say you need them in 2 weeks in advance. But I was saying if you did a video, say okay, so do this one preamble, record what the scenario is going to be, but then you could make the video unlisted and put a click box link. You say like, it's now live, go click the link in that video and it'll take you to the second part of it, like part 1 of 2. Part 2 of 2 is the scenarios.
Yeah.
So it's been recorded well in advance. You've got the scenarios that you want to play recorded. Everyone sends in a list. Once you've got everyone's list in, boom, the video goes out.
Not a bad shout. We're going to think about that one.
Yeah.
Cheers, Andres.
He says this is great because the more experienced players take armies based on overall effectiveness instead of tooling the list to best fit with the scenarios. Great episode as always, and it is a cool idea that I think we will rip off.
We've not ripped it off. I don't even know who Andreas, the Norwegian Viking, is. Never heard of him. I don't think that his Advent challenge is cool at all. That was a really good idea.
Good.
I would never be able to do that, but was it like 1 miniature a day that you got to paint or something?
Don't have time to do that.
That's up, buddy. Support us both on Patreon and we'll get time to do cool stuff like that for you. So next up we've got James Stevenage. He's put, congrats fellas on last week's milestone. Thank you. Have you guys ever had any experience with the Australian SBG community, either in person or online? We don't have a league like you, but the scene is growing. Should we start with that bit?
Yeah, I've not spoken to any of them personally. I've listened a bit to the Green Dragon podcast. Mm-hmm. I started listening to that, but at the time I should check see if it's on Podbean actually, but I'll do that.
We know people who are involved in it. We talk to them, but I've not really talked to them about it. I think we've seen big-ish tournaments in like Melbourne and the like. Was that right? Is that Melbourne?
I think so.
I remember seeing something about that.
They posted up quite a big tournament, didn't they? Like
Yeah, it was like 30 odd. Yeah, I think it was 30 odd, which at the time.
Missed what we were hitting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, like, wow. They're not that far behind. So yeah, we don't have a huge amount of experience. But so yeah, if you're part of the Australian community, point them this way and let's get a bit of international love going. He's put, also, what is the best conversion that you have ever done?
I don't really convert anything.
Nailed it.
I gave Gone an axe.
Putting all the axes on the roses.
Nobody would have known if I hadn't said I've stuck them on.
It's true.
To begin with.
It didn't look awful. It played awful. It did. They were good.
I converted all my Rohan Warriors to have throwing spears.
That's cool.
Not hard stuff at all.
I've got it. I remember when I realised I didn't have a banner on foot for Rivendell Knights for Nova. When we were filming Battle Companies, I painted it and I'd literally glued it and put it together and I primed it the night before. That's what it is. A Rivendell Knight / High Elf Warrior with banner on foot from a sword guy.
An arm swap, is it?
What was it? No, he had one of the ones with the swords like that. I snipped the sword off, and then in the box of Rivendell Knights you get like an option to have banner. I've got 2 boxes, and I took the banner out and I snipped the banner up and pin biased it in, and he looks well cool. That's him. That's my best conversion.
Neither of them groundbreaking.
No, neither of them groundbreaking.
Pin devices, that is it.
So he has also put cheers. Oh, and it was really cool seeing Jamie's beard and hairstyle gradually evolve and then de-evolve and then evolve again in the pics in the last vid. Completely agree. You can also, it's interesting as well because you can see where we both had like tough weeks and stuff. Because we look
haggard.
We look thinner, more bags in our eyes, paler.
Yeah.
And like, so you
can also see as how the months have changed. As you go from like big coats and scarves and hats to suddenly vest and then back up to
seeing that. The funny one was in the run up to the episodes before my wedding. You know, I look ill. I look a little bit. I look tired. And then you've got like 3 shots of Jamie with very special guests. I think you did one on your own, one with Billy, one with Jay, and then you got the one where I come back tanned, happy, looking buff, and I was like, what? So yeah, it was like I had a James transplant. So next.
I know. I saw this name. So happy. San. That's the cow.
It's Sem the Grey. San, we love you and we've missed you. How are you, buddy?
He says, congratulations, boys. So happy to see what you're doing. Start that again. So happy to see you doing what you love.
We spit green stuff out.
Oh, lovely. Brings a smile to my face. You haven't lost any of your spirit since your first videos.
Really?
Wow. We gained it and dropped again. Now I've been having a break from The Hobbit, mostly due to lack of players in my area. But I really feel like starting up again. So now I need you to help me pick an army. The choices are as follows. Dwarves, either Old Ones or Army of Thrall. Harad, the New Mirkwood Elves, Hobbits, Men of Laketown. Cheers guys, and as always, support your Hobbit hobby.
Good man. We have missed you, Sam the Great. He's an original first ager.
It really is. I mean, drinks with him in the Bamford.
What a legend. I think that's what you should do, is you should definitely get a date next year where you can come and see us.
April. 23rd, 24th.
There you go, April. Get it done.
Drink at the Bamford again.
Get it done. That'd be nice. That will give you something to aim for. So just book your flight in advance, and then you have to paint something. He's picked some expensive armies though, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, Hobbits are very expensive, and you'll struggle to get hold of sheriffs, I assume.
Do you have any of these miniatures, or is it just a complete? You need to buy new stuff and paint, or are these armies that you have and want to paint?
Harad, if you're going competitive, would be expensive to get all the watches and bits and bobs now. Men of Laketown is expensive, as are the Mirkwood Elves, so that by default means dwarves.
Hey! It depends. If you've got any of those already,
comment again next week and with what you own or what you have a lot of, and we shall pick a list for you.
But advice first of all is get your name down to come and see us next year, and that will give you something to aim for. We look forward to seeing you, son.
I wish for the next one, since it's just a. Dave Egan says, congratulations on your 100th episode, gents. Here's Speak Friend Question's first birthday. Well, it's not their birthday, because that'll be 104. Will be the birthday of Speak Friend Question.
That's true.
This isn't birthday. Happy Strategy Battle Gaming.
Thanks very much, Dave.
54 will be his second birthday. Oh no, it'll be 108 will be his second birthday.
108?
How many weeks are in a year? 52?
52.
So 104, I was right. Yeah.
You were right.
I was right. Shouldn't question myself.
Dave Egan, we really appreciate all of your support. It was lovely seeing you up in Scotland as well. And it doesn't feel like I had much of a chance to speak to you. which is a shame. Okay, next up we've got...
Speaking of Scotland...
Segue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right into the next comment.
Boom. David Reed. We love this guy as well. Congrats on hitting a century of SVAC, guys. I don't comment a lot, but I've watched every one of them, and it was a nice little reminder of that in the opening montage. It wasn't for us. It's shocking. Oh, what was I thinking?
Oh, that beer, no.
What was I eating?
what was I eating?
James, answer your question on what you were drinking in the video. So this was...
the tasty Irish stuff.
Yeah, as a reference to the Scotland...
I bet it's iron brew.
The first two were Rasta Bombs. It's supposed to be a Jamaican shot. I think it's some kind of mango-based alcohol and energy drink. The last one was indeed Iron Brew vodka and Iron Brew. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. May as well ask a question since I'm here. With Challenge of Champions being the final scenario at the league final and the popularity of the Goblin King, do you think we'll see more people using Megalus than regular Legolas at the final?
Oh, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one because there's no guarantee that you will get, because you're using an army on day one and an army on day two. You might end up using Megalus day one and not get him for day two. You might get your Goblin King on day one and not for day two.
Very, very, very true.
There's a 25% chance those two heroes, if we're in every single army, would meet in the final scenario.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. You've got to take good and evil.
Yeah. So 750 points. I don't think we will.
No.
I think if there was a choice between the two, I don't know. Don't know.
I like Megalus. He's 2 wounds, isn't he?
He's 2 wounds.
And
he's
defense
the same.
5.
Yeah. Goblin King can wound him on 2s if he piercing strikes, which he probably would do because if Megalus wins the fight, Goblin King's dead.
Yeah. Fight 7 though is the new place to be as a hero, especially in that kind of scenario. Anything fight 7 or above.
Both are going to heroic strike. So Orcris is the Elven Blade is the kicker there.
Can you imagine that moment when you roll a 2?
When you roll a 1 to heroic strike and he rolls a 4, you go ha, boink. Yeah. Megalus dies.
Yeah.
3 wounds. He's got to use all his might then to save him with his fate.
One of my favourite profiles, having used him, I think Megalus is awesome. I love him. I love him very much. I might take him, to be honest, just for coolness.
Yeah. I can't decide what to take for the league final.
With this in mind, I better put together the errata / FAQ together for Challenger Champions and send it to them. I better get on that. That's another job to do. Because there are a couple of things that need clarifying.
On it.
Which is what happens when you play with any game scenario. And he's put another added non-SBG one for James, since I'm sure he's a fight fan. Did you watch the boxing on Saturday? And if so, are you on Team Fury now that he's world champ? Into boxing? I did watch it, and it was fantastic. It was really, really, really good. I do like the boxing. I even paid for it on my TV, and it was very, very good. Great game plan. Am I on Team Fury? I actually kind of like the guy in some ways, but I don't agree with some of his views. You know, let's not get political on here, but some of his views have got no place in the modern world, in the 21st century. That comes with some of his background, but yeah, I thought it was good, and all the best to him. So next up, we have got David Whittaker.
David Whittaker, he says, I'm not sure if I didn't ask a question or if I just nodded off midway through. Either way, congrats on 100 episodes.
What?
His question is, how do you like your eggs in the morning?
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
I was going to avoid the song entirely. I missed the reference.
I like mine with the kids.
I like mine scrambled or poached.
I have scrambled eggs every single morning.
Scrambled eggs are good. Poached is better.
Poached
is delicious.
Poached is better. It's just a little bit more of a pain.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Especially if your egg doesn't wrap up, you're like, oh, you wasted an egg.
A great bit of free nutritional advice for all of you guys out there. If you currently eat cereal or something like that in the morning, or have a couple of slices of toast, change. Have your handfuls worth of eggs instead, and that will make a huge difference to how your body.
Whole or smashed up? Because you could hold a lot of eggs in a handful if they're
as they're whole. So, for example, I'm about 4 eggs, unless I'm trying to gain size, in which case I'll have 5 or 6 eggs in the morning. For most people, it's going to be sort of 3. depending on how big you are. But yeah, make that change. It's a good one. I have them scrambled.
Scrambled's good. Scrambled's easy to prepare.
Scrambled is really, really easy to prepare. I won't bore you with the nutritional things of oxidisation.
You can eat them in seconds.
Well, that's the thing I hear so many times from clients, and people they go, oh well, I just want something quick in the morning. It's like it takes 2 seconds to beat a couple of eggs and whack it in a hot pan and then move it around a little bit.
Yes.
Unless are you a microwave cooker pit? Who
Oh.
makes scrambled eggs in a microwave?
I've seen that happen.
Confess below.
I've seen that happen like when I used to work at Lego. Like, people used to scramble eggs in the microwave. It was like, what?
Now this is an interesting one. Right, so I'm against you microwaving egg people. Do you put milk or water in your scrambled egg?
No.
You have it as it is.
Just egg.
Good man.
Egg,
well done. Yeah, that's all it is. You put milk in it and it changes it. It changes it. It becomes fluffy and creamy and stuff. It's not the same. And then it goes watery.
I'll do the next one because Tom Tittle's got a short one here as well. He says, "Hi guys, been out of the loop for ages. I have a massive backlog of content to catch up on, but since I'm off college for the next 2 weeks after having my appendix removed, I hope to gorge myself on hours of GBHL goodness."
I wish I'd have had a GBHL podcast when my appendix exploded. Because
I wish my appendix had. No, I don't.
Has your appendix exploded? It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. I was like, I've eaten something dodgy on the Friday. I was like, I've eaten something dodgy. I'll be all right. And I was working on a building site at the time and in a bar in the evening because I was trying to save up to move to Manchester years and years ago. And I was like, I think I've had a dodgy chicken sandwich. I wasn't really into nutrition at the time, and I left it the whole weekend rolling around on the floor, like thinking I was dying, but just not being, just being what a lot of people are like. I'll be all right. Probably a bit of food poisoning or something, and I got rushed into hospital on a Monday, and it exploded, and I had peritonitis, and I had abscesses on my organs, and I nearly died. So the moral of that story is, go to your doctor.
This would be one for you to answer. It says, "This is the first Speak Friendly question I've seen in a while, so I don't understand the Articon reference. Could you explain it, please? Keep up the good work."
Okay, so for the last couple of years, Jamie and I have been running a very, very successful tournament. Mainly thank you to the YouTube channel being a platform within the Great British Hobbit League, which has in itself been growing and getting new players. But we've been running a tournament called Desolation of Stockport, which has been happening a couple of times per year. We've also had the opportunity to run a league final, which was good fun as well. We had the opportunity to go to the Nova Open. Thank you so much to the guys from the DCHL YouTube channel. If you've not seen that, go and check it out. Those guys were great, and it was a real eye-opener in a lot of ways. I'd never been to anything like that before, like a convention. Yeah. And although the Lord of the Rings tournament part of it was a relatively small part of it, just the whole experience of going and staying in a hotel, all being in one place, there being lots of different things to see.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Like, we had such a good time.
It was very fun.
We had such a good time. And you can't not come back from something like that and think, okay, with all of the opportunities that we've got now, with there being so many YouTube channels and stuff across the world, growing communities and the like, and with our own league being so strong, and our own tournaments being so strong, to try and think about how can you take things to the next level all the time. You constantly look forward. You don't want to keep looking back. You want to look forward and keep trying to improve. And that's what Articon is. Articon is the world's, as far as I'm aware, first sort of SBG convention. It's going to have a grand tournament. We're going to have world team championships. There's going to be doubles. There's going to be a fun event, and there's going to be other aspects of it as well that cover more the hobby side of things: sculpting, painting, tutorial stuff. It's just going to try and be a real spectacle. It's going to be in a hotel in Manchester City Centre, so you can all bring your friends. We've got people confirmed from the USA, from Canada, from Denmark, from Norway. Can't make sure I remember that.
Don't forget the Norwegians again.
Jeez. From Poland.
I know.
Or is it the Danes?
Definitely.
We've got guys coming from all over, as well as the fact that we've got a huge community here. The Germans. Been speaking to Oliver quite a lot. He's really keen on this, and it's going to be a real opportunity to celebrate our growing community over this last period of time. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely huge. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's next year, and it is between the 21st and 23rd of October. That is confirmed. I reckon that we will have to limit places to about 150 based on the interest I've had so far, and because of course hotels and space is only so big, but I'm going to have to work that out soon. So I do think they will sell out. So keep your eyes open late January, early February for ticket sales. There you go. That's what Articon is. Does sum it up quite well?
Yeah.
There we go.
I wouldn't say it was concise, but yeah.
If you're going to use a word not to describe me, it would probably be concise. Okay. Is it Articon?
Articon.
It's Brian Matchford. We love you. Thank you. He's put, can't think of any proper questions this week. So sorry, Jamie. What do you think of this 750 point list for the league finale?
It's terrible.
Thorin, Pony, Orc Crest and Oak and Shield. 12 Erebor Warriors with Spear and Shield. And 1 with Banner as well.
Good.
Durin, 12 Khazad Guard. That's good.
Strong.
Floy, Stonehand, 11 Khazad Guard. It's 38 in total, need 20 to break. Killing 20 of those would be tough. Need to kill 29 to reduce to 25%. I chose Durin rather than someone like the King's Champion because I didn't find him all that effective at Redos, whereas Durin at this point is such a tank.
Yeah,
yeah he is.
Pain to kill.
If he's your leader, it is good denial of opponent points.
Although I personally would pick Dane because he's got the extra fate point.
Yeah, defense 9 as well.
He's still both defense 9.
Both defense 9.
Yeah.
Hasn't Durin got a special?
Durin goes as Terra and has his own personal fury on a 6+.
Yeah.
And has a warhorn, so gets +1 courage. So it's the same courage as Dane. Dane's also got a 12-inch stand fast.
Okay.
He has the fight like you say with during Dane's fight 5.
Okay.
As well.
So he's put.
Costs more.
He's put. Also, if I go for the King's Champion, I can't have another 2 Khazards because the Heralds. And I then have 3 full Warbounds with about 60 points left, and you can't do anything with this besides add an extra Captain Basic. No, how much? No, Gloin's 9.
Gloin's 95. You could get Dory. Dory's a beast. 3 attacks. Flail.
Which I'm not keen to do.
There's a little flail.
All Durin, I think, is. Although I think Durin is very good, and I would like to use him. What do you think of the list? I think it's pretty strong.
Seems good. Yeah, it seems good. It's something I'm considering for the league final. Sorry, not for the league opener. Is dwarves. I can't make a list I'm happy with for the league opener.
I can't go now.
I know, I saw you post.
Jane's birthday. What were you thinking, Will? I wanted to come and support this. I wanted to paint thousands and thousands of Gondorian warriors.
I just can't make a list I'm happy with because there's no magic. My full Wood Elf army can't do it because I'll get shot to ribbons. Full dwarves, it's just boring. I think just to grind, and yeah, I think I'm going to take 3 dragons.
You'll borrow my Rivendell Knights, your Rivendell Knights together?
That sounds even worse to play. Yeah, I think I worked it out. I think it's 37 knights and 2 knight captains. Oh, it just sounds boring to play. For me, it sounds boring to use.
Oh, it is.
To play against.
Oh, it is. It's awful. It's awful.
3 dragons sounds cool though.
Unless you just do the whole charge. I mean, they're good. They can still do that. They can still do that.
That's why I like it.
Anyway, so thank you very much for that Hackathon, and that means that next up we've got Ganalister.
Ganalister, he says, "Hey guys, congrats on 100 episodes, and apologies to Jamie for not mentioning you last time. And you spelled my name wrong.
How do you spell you?
Jamie. Jaimie.
It's like a mixture between your version of Jamie and Jamie Lannister version of Jamie.
He's just got it wrong. I always write my comments at whoever's in the video I'm commenting on, so it's just an odd habit of mine. But I was in the video as well.
Oh yeah.
Last time.
Yeah, but he would have commented on the previous. So you were in the video last time, but you weren't in the one before that, were you? The one before that was when I whispered.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a weird episode. I did not watch that one. It was. He says, "I've booked my flights for my travels. I'm leaving on the last day of March, so would be interested in making it to tournaments before then. What do you think of this 1,000-point list? Gandalf the Grey, Radagast, New Saruman, New Gladriel, New Elrond, Armand Glorfindel."
So White Council on foot.
All on foot.
It's horrible.
It's grim.
It's horrible.
Yeah, magic's never going to penetrate you. Not with Gladriel
No, but
fight spirit anymore.
They don't really do very well though, do they? They're
In combat.
No.
No.
On foot.
Oh, on foot.
Tough.
I don't know. They'll be alright.
Haven't you played against all foot White Council at some point? Is it new White Council?
New White Council, yeah.
Okay, so new White Council isn't.
New Saruman, new Gladriel, new Elrond.
Okay, yeah, that's not terrible.
Did I play against them? I can't remember. Is it a
Kieran Street?
Oh yeah,
That
that was unfair. I was using the complete.
You were cheating.
You're
taking awfulness.
That was horrible. Yeah, that was.
I was painting and you were behind me, and I just.
I was just stood there going, "Oh well, that's an extra. That's next. Do you want to spend the extra might? No. Do you want to spend the extra will? No. Cool. Well, that other stuff you spent, it's gone.
Yep. Yeah,
that was horrible. And not only
poor Kieran, he doesn't deserve that.
No, that. It was a completely hard counter to that army.
Where are you, Kieran? I've not seen you for ages.
South, isn't he?
Come on, come back home.
Ganalister says, I think it will be very fun to play while being enjoyably themey too. I do have 65 spare points. I'm not sure what I could add that would still fit the theme. All the best to both of you. Bilbo with the ring. The new one. Sure, why not?
There you go. Thank you very much, Ganalister. I hope you're well, buddy. And yeah, if we get to see you in a tournament before you go away, that'd be magic. Okay, so next up we've got Patrick McCormick. He's put, hi guys, love the videos you guys are dishing out. You have rekindled my love of SBG over the past few months, and it has resulted in me purchasing a Galadrim army. Supporting your Hobbit hobby, good man. I'm from Northern Ireland, and I'm very keen on getting over to England at some point next year for a tournament or two. Any suggestions on which I should go to as a beginner again, and where I can find information for these upcoming events? Keep up the good work as always, Paddy.
We're horribly biased, so Articon or Desolation of Stockport. But join the Great British Hobbit League Facebook page, check the events tab, see when you're free, see what's going on, and you will get a good tournament, which regardless of where you go.
Exactamundo. It's more about when you want to come over.
Yeah.
Have a little look at what dates you can actually make it, and then that probably makes it a little bit easier. There's a few guys who come over from your way.
Yep.
So, you know, by chatting on there, you might be able to come over.
Well, they got their own Facebook page, the Irish, as well.
I don't know.
I have a feeling there is.
Maybe. I'll ask this next one as well. Yep. Luke O'Reilly. It's my first time commenting on here. Really? Luke O'Reilly? Have we met him at a tournament?
Yeah. He was in Scotland.
I know Luke O'Reilly, but it's his first time commenting here.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I just assumed that you were part of this loop. Congrats on getting to 100 episodes. Keep up the good work. Happy Strategy Battle Gaming. And I just was wondering, will there be a Mordor Sourcebook review?
Oh,
I can't believe that we did. We were convinced that we'd done it.
Yeah.
It's because we unboxed Sauron.
Yeah.
That's what threw us off.
It's like, yeah, we did that Sauron video, so we must have done it.
You got to think of it like this, because there are so many profiles in the Mordor one that we have covered, like the Ring Ray, a lot of the Ring Rays.
Like Nav and Bob Betrayer, all the ones from
so yeah.
Fallen Realms and more.
And of course, we talked about like things like orcs and stuff.
We talked about orcs. I think we would get limited to Great Beast of Gorgoroth, Morannon orcs, Blackguard,
some of the nasties.
Morgul Stalkers, Mordor Trolls.
Yeah.
I think that's it for troop types. Everything else gets covered elsewhere.
Maybe. We'll have a little look. And you got like Shagrat and stuff. And
yeah, all the heroes you got. But yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we will get round to that for you at some point.
Who knows?
Something for you guys to look forward to. So
in 2016. Late 2016.
Next up we've got Nesco.
He says, just want to thank everyone in the GBHL for keeping this hobby going. Happy 100, hopefully it keeps on going. Directions you want the channel to go in, more or less of a particular show, etc.
We've got a nice balance at the moment.
Yeah, the schedule's pretty full.
I think since you've left Lego, but then you've got the stability of Steam Forge, so probably the last little bit you've managed to get out some of the middle days. The middle days,
because two series, wasn't it?
Yeah, because there's been nothing to unbox. Or to do any of that kind of content.
What we're really looking forward to with the new releases is stuff to unbox, because they are easy videos.
It's great. It's like a day, and like you can get loads of content.
You can get 5 episodes done.
Loads and loads of content done. So yeah, that's been good. And of course we had the Battle Companies, which we filmed the majority of around Nova. Yeah. So that's
seen us through for a long time.
That's going to see us on for quite a while.
I think it ends mid-January. We have to record the final. At the final.
Oh.
You have to.
We have to. Okay.
It's the only time we're all going to meet up before, otherwise it'll just be a cliffhanger.
You guys have got a lot to look forward to. If you've liked them so far, then you've got loads to look forward to. Some of them are awful. if you really liked seeing stuff like what was his name? What's the big Gundabad General War?
Oh, Gold. Rest in peace.
Wow.
Oh, Gold.
And by the way,
Gold.
I did get left a voice thing from Oliver. Yes, unfortunately, you can't watch. They can't watch.
They can't watch that one. Yeah, I know.
You guys in German, and I'm not sure how we're going to get around that in any kind of way.
I don't think.
Because have you got rid of the original files and stuff?
I will have done, yeah. I can re-download from YouTube.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
You can download as MP4.
And then does it comes as one file, doesn't it? I'm not sure how. Basically, because the funeral march
Is in there.
is in there. In Germany,
It is banned on YouTube.
it's banned on YouTube in Germany.
For whatever reason, your government does not like the funeral march on YouTube. Screw that particular song. Don't want it.
Basically, if you liked action like that, then you've got a lot to look forward to with Battle Company. So we're quite set for the kind of middle of the week. Plan to. We want to carry on as normal. I've been keeping a good kind of grip with the battle reports
On Saturdays. Yeah.
on Saturdays, which is good. And Speak Fan and Question will go on forever by the looks of things.
Monday hobby vlogs.
You're back on that.
Yeah.
So you've kind of taken up where I've been slacking lately, which has been good. Because that used to mainly be me and Damien, so now you coming in and doing that's giving me a bit of a break.
To do it again.
Thank you very much.
I've got projects to work on, which was why I've not had anything recently.
Yeah, because you weren't painting anything for a while.
So I was like, I've got everything.
You weren't painting anything for a while, so that's quite good. I guess the only one really sometimes is the Tuesday content.
Yeah, that's tough. I spoke
Let's
to
try stuff.
I spoke to my patrons about that. Like, hopefully, if I do get to record tomorrow with Ian, Ian, I'm sure I got it right. The Saga stuff will come out, fill that gap. Arena Rex will fill that gap. More Guild Ball stuff will fill that gap.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Is just make sure that we're getting that one. I should be able to help out a bit more with that as well soon as well.
Is that if I can? My hope for tomorrow is that I get 2 recorded with Ian.
Yeah.
And that's a fortnight of
course it is.
Stuff ready, in which time I can find time to film something else
Yes.
or review a board game or something.
That's what you have to kind of when you film these things, you have to kind of work like this constantly. So it's like, right, okay, I've got enough of this, which then kind of means that
I've got breathing
space to then get a next 2 weeks. Yeah. So it kind of gives you a week's breathing space. There's nothing worse than sort of being in that panic and being like, oh my god, I need to get some content.
You're not living hand to mouth, is it? Is that what it's called?
Kind of, yeah.
When you,
I know what you mean.
That's right. Where you're just constantly surviving. You're not growing.
No, so yeah, I think covering that, and then just keeping creative, keeping on thinking of other series and stuff as well. So thank you very much, Resco and Esco. Next up we got Anton Cook. He's put, hi guys, I was late for the last Speak Friend in Question, but congrats on episode 100 by the way. Thank you very much for supporting us, buddy. I know you're a big supporter. But you guys are great. So my question for you is, I'm wanting to start an evil army, but want one around a centerpiece model. So which would you guys say is better, Sauron or the Balrog? Sauron.
Better in game, definitely Sauron.
Yeah. Both seem very hard, but take up a lot of points. So will I still be able to make a competitive list, or will having one of them limit me to basic models to join them? As always, thanks guys, and keep up the great vids.
I don't think either of them are going to get a competitive list with. There are too many points into one thing.
Yeah.
Being brutally honest, that's the truth.
Yeah. Although I mean, Sauron's
good.
good.
The Balrog is good as well, but it's just.
It depends what points level you're playing.
What points level? What scenarios you're playing with?
Because there's tons that Sauron, it's very very hard to beat him at certain scenarios.
And that one in Scotland with the flag. I got well lucky. I forgot his name. Guy with the best point.
Oh yeah, Simon Ripley.
Simon Ripley.
Love you, Simon Ripley.
Cool guy. I was so glad he chose Sauron to chase the Fellowship and kill them, rather than... I was like, if Sauron walks into my camp and takes my flag and walks back and sits on his flag, there is nothing I can do with the Fellowship besides blast him off of his flag.
Yeah.
But I was like, whew, he's gone to kill Boromir and Aragorn. This is better than I could have hoped for. Have the 4 hobbits stopping Sauron. No, please.
Sauron. I've seen Jay Clare do really well with Sauron, to be honest. But yeah, he does eat into.
That was a lowish points and had a very good army with it. and Billy Fitzmaurice did very well with Sauron Dragon / Ungoliant. But that's not.
I think there is a way of playing with Sauron.
Yeah.
That some people generally miss because they think that he's going to be really, really good at one thing, but actually some of his skill lies somewhere else.
Yeah, spellcaster.
Yeah.
Just chill soul. Everything 4+ something.
That's a good one. So thank you very much for that, Anton. We really appreciate all of your support. So next up we've got Matt Clays and then Alistair King. Alistair King?
Alistair King, yeah.
Hello, Alistair.
Matt Clay says, congrats on 100 great episodes.
Thanks, Matt.
That's an overstatement.
Yeah, some of them have been a bit shaky.
Yeah. Alistair King up next. He says, hey guys, I've not asked a question for a long time, but I felt compelled to. I was wondering how you would feel if your 100th episode was actually your 101st. We've accepted at the beginning of this episode that we probably have got the order wrong somewhere. Got the numbers wrong.
When it comes to this channel, we are the mayor.
Yeah.
The mayor, sorry. We're in charge.
The mayor.
The mayor, yeah, we're the mayors.
We're
we're joint mayors of the GBHL channel. Or there's a mayor and a mayoress.
He says, you probably are not aware, but you missed out one between 11 and 12. If you watch the beginning of 12, then it should give you a clue to the missing episode. I feel like I should watch the beginning of 12 in another tab. You do it because it's a Mac.
Yeah. I'll do it. You read. What's the next question? Michael Bojan. He's put. I can't do both of them. I'll read out.
Change the impossibility. You read this.
Oh, with my eye in the middle of my forehead. Hey guys, not asked a question for a long time, but I felt compelled to, and was wondering how you would feel. Oh, that's Alistair King.
That's Alistair King's question. That's what I just read out. Just find episode 12. Let's get on with this.
Okay, episode 12. So YouTube. I'm on Hotgates Gaming. I need to.
Yeah, you can still just search it.
Yeah, that's you are a follow channel.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Scroll down.
Speak friend in question. What am I looking for?
Episode 12.
Episode 12 is there.
Yeah, you said what's the start of it?
What's the start of it? I might say something wrong. I'm going to say something wrong.
I'll probably say.
To another
Great content.
GBHL YouTube video. You're here with GBHL James.
Watch it.
GBHL Jamie. And this is another week's edition of Speak Friend and Question.
Weird.
As you can see, it's back to normality.
That skin face.
It's back to normality. We binned Alistair. He wasn't good enough. Fit dynamic. He owes me petrol. You owe me petrol money as well, actually. I think Kieran paid part of...
What happened to the one with Alistair?
I don't know.
Because there wasn't a picture of Alistair being in an episode.
That's right.
Check
And
previous one.
Ooh.
Just not hosts. What with that?
Strategy Battle Game.
Yes.
Okay, it would have been. It must have been posted.
Speak Friend and Question.
People saw it. How has that happened?
Maybe type like into YouTube. Speak friend and question.
Alistair.
Alistair, yeah.
Speak friend. This is great content. Speak friend and question. And then speak friend and question. Alistair. No, that's Barrel Rider Billy.
That came up top. Well, sorry for.
No, he was in. I've seen it.
You probably edited it.
I did edit it. I am majority of the time the Speak Friend and Question editor. Did I not put it up? I did put it up. People watched it. We slagged you off. What? Well, this is blowing my mind. I'm going to have to investigate this off camera at some point.
Let's go back to episode 100. No, episode 1. No, that's 11.
That's 11.
That was strange.
I want to see 12 again. I want to see 12 again just to see what we say about it.
It's back to normality. We binned Alistair. He wasn't good enough.
Well, you obviously been the episode.
Didn't fit dynamic.
Did we do it in like episode 10? I'm now... Oh, wow. Wow.
Welcome, Strategy Battle Game.
No, that's a van episode.
That's a van episode. Well, who...
No,
Wow. That has blown my mind.
yeah. So it must be somewhere. And it's not in our structure, which is why he thinks the 100th episode is 101st.
Maybe it's not in the Speak Friend and Question playlist.
Yeah. But why wouldn't it be? What would it be called different?
I've got no idea. Trivia for this week. What happens?
Find the video.
Can someone find us and post us the link?
It's a quest. Scour YouTube.
It's a scouring. This is this week's The Scouring
Of YouTube.
You need to find this missing.
Find the lost episode.
Find the lost episode of Speak Friend in Question, which featured resident Great British Hobbit League tramp Alistair. Station sleeper.
Mr. E. Yeah.
Wow, that has really blown my mind. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so here we go. Michael Bojan, congratulations on a great episode 2. James, I really like your Challenger Champions custom scenario. Will it be okay if I use it in a tournament I'm organising?
No.
Yes, but bear in mind there are a couple of things in there that do need changing because some people have managed to break it. And that's because of how it's worded. Some of it's worded how it's intended, and some of it is worded rules as written, and they contradict each other at something. So I would wait until I put that out. But yes,
ring wraiths can kill themselves.
And if a ring wraith, and let's look at the intention. It's a duel. If a ring wraith pops himself, he's forfeiting the duel. So everything should get stuff, but it's not written like that. So
stupid ring wraiths.
Stupid ring wraiths and ring wraith players. So you put, also from your experience, do you think there is anything that needs changing there? Keep up the great work. Yeah, just a little bit of wording from. It's worded a particular way to try and imply to stop people from coming from the outside and doing things like legless auto hitting to kill and stuff like that. It's to encourage. It's a battle between the two heroes, and they need it. We need an outcome from that battle. And one of it's worded that way as the intention, and one of it's part of it's not, in terms of when you get, whether you get your steed back and stuff like that. So, with that in mind, there are a couple of things that do need changing. But keep an eye out for that. I might post a little video up as well as a link. Then at least I'm explaining it. So cheers for that, Michael Bojan. Next up we've got Bubble God.
Bubble God.
I like that.
Great episode, guys. Good to see you back together and loving it. Does Linde's special rule work with Elrond from the 5 armies? So I assume that's Elrond from the White Council. I would assume not. We agree?
I didn't hear that because it's the Bartic Fit Christmas do tonight, and I've got the instructors coming to my house, and someone's just messaged me 20 minutes ago saying, really sorry, it might be a bit early.
Oh.
Oh no! No! What have I done to myself?
Oh, I should start swearing as well.
An hour. No, don't do it.
Wrap up soon.
Well, we've only got a couple more questions.
Right,
we're really sorry, but we're going to smash this now. No.
Does Linde's special rule work with Elrond from White Council?
No.
No, cool. Also, can Elrond cast Renew on himself? Yes.
Yes.
That plus the free will point, defense 7, rerollable fate, free heroic strength makes it very difficult to kill. Is he seen anymore in his new profile? No.
No.
Because he's on foot.
He's not on a horse.
Next up, Robert Camp. Thanks for not making it sound all doom and gloom last week. Quick question. Elves or dwarves as a second good army? What are your opinions for the two? Elves are great at shooting, dwarves don't die. Next question.
I love it.
Pascal Whip. Hi, what do you think are the strongest and most overpowered armies in the current tournament meta? Rivendell Knights are overpowered. Next up is William McAllister.
Rivendell Knights and Goblins.
Yeah, Goblin Town with a spell.
Goblin Town with Moria Goblins, Shamans in there. Aladdin.
Next up, William McAllister. Hello, hosts. I've been a rather backseat member of the community this year since discovering it, but hopefully with this comment, getting an army painted, that will change. So my question is sparked by your movie discussion and other videos showing you trying new games. Me and a mate were discussing our favourite war films, mine being The Longest Day and A Bridge Too Far. From this, we've got halves of the Bolt Action starter set, so have either of you been interested in this game and know anything about the game or seen? No.
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
I have had requests on Hotgates Gaming to try some of that out. I don't see myself getting any miniatures, but I will play at Northwest Gaming Centre. I'd just like to pause things there. This is what Speak Friend in Question would have been like if I hadn't have ever got involved.
We're hoping to eventually play. You've said pay, but you mean play. We are hoping to eventually play a Band of Brothers themed narrative campaign. Cheers for the hard work and congrats on 100. And last up, Jürgen Björvik.
Yeah, we said it right last time, I think.
I'm really impressed, and you both did a good job pronouncing my name. It's as right as it gets when spoken from English-talking persons. Question. This one has been asked before sometimes, but I'm sure it's not been asked for a while. How is it going with the collection of monsters to create Middle-earth's deadliest monster? I really want to swear. It's not progressed much, to be honest.
It was a great idea, wasn't it?
It is a good idea. However, we don't have the Warriors of Minas Tirith painted. We don't have all the creatures. I'm sure we could do a plea and shout out to all the community, but it would be a real back burner series.
Guys, that's it. Just over out.
Done.
Nailed it. So thank you so much for supporting us, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Do make sure that you ask a question, otherwise what's the point of this show? We want to be able to keep this going for another 100 episodes. Don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your Hobbit host by clicking the links below.
Make sure that you like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
And happy strategy battle gaming, everybody. And support your Hobbit.